Hi-do-ho, everybody. Rhadamant here with another episode of Frost and Fire. So last episode, we left off on a bit of a cliffhanger. We have 27 scythers coming in to smash us up. 17 from the south, 10 from the north, and then, of course, the psychic droning ship part guarded by centipedes that is left to deal with as well. I have devised, staring at this map, a strategy that I'm going to employ in order to deal with these scythers. And it goes like this. I'm going to be having Raptor head up to the front here, and he's going to drop a psychic lance, driving two of the scythers insane. And as a result, clustering those scythers closely together so that I might be able to EMP stun them with Phoenix here. Phoenix then is going to fire that EMP shell, hopefully landing on the scyther group, and that will allow our turrets to do maximum damage. But I do have to be careful because, of course, I can easily get friendly fired by my own turrets. There's really nothing stopping them from ripping me up either. I'm going to be switching my weapons out for faster fire, higher DPS weapons that Bash ran over with. But he didn't have enough carry weight for the last weapon, so that's fine. All right, so Bash, go drop those weapons off. And here comes the scythers. So Raptor is in peril here because he is... Oh, all of these are plugged in wrong. He is standing way out in front where these slug turrets might get him. So I can't be out here very long. It is dangerous. Just to let you know, I am taking a big risk, but I think it's for the best of the strategy that I have. And I don't think that these slug turrets, I'd have to be pretty unlucky, I'll put it that way, for these slug turrets to get me on the first few volleys. But it's a risk I'm going to take. So now, here is the Incendied Lances. And Phoenix here is going to set force target here and let go of Hold Fire. Now that my lance has been fired off, I'm going to fall back with Raptor so he doesn't get friendly fired and juggle these turrets so they don't blow up. I'm almost certainly going to lose a sizable amount of the mini turrets. Okay, unfortunately that mortar shot sucked. But I figured it could. There was always the possibility, right? So now I'm going to try to juggle these turrets so they don't blow up as best as I can. Some of them will go, but if I do my job well, I will minimize the damage. And let's all aim for the ones that are closest. So here comes the second wave here. And Phoenix, I don't have any faith in you because you screwed up the first time, but try to land a shot around here. Have you fired yet? Okay, you have not fired yet. Land it here. Come on, fire, please. There we go. All right, so now you come on out as a brawler, as does Bash. Nice. I got them all stunned. Obviously my own turrets are stunned, but that's fine because I still have my slugs and my auto cannons firing up. Let's go after the non-stunned ones. Bash and Phoenix. Going to close the distance. They have shield belts, so with these shield belts, they have the ability to not get killed so quickly by the slug turrets. So as you can see, I'm way out here bashing down some scythers. And if I'm not mistaken, that's all of them. Let's take a look. Yep, that's all of them. Awesome. Let's send everyone inside. So some things I'm going to do. One, I'm going to set up a temporary dead mech zone to shred the mechs more quickly. Whew, what a fight. And that's going to allow the mechs to be stored next to the machining table. Another thing I'm going to do is the restricted animal hauling I'm going to allow to be in this corridor here to help me haul these scythers and mechs. And then I'm going to have my shooters here. Bash is currently holding the sniper rifle, so these shooters here are all going to go inside. Raptor, go eat. And I'm going to have them switch guns and actually deal with the droner now, because the droner needs to be addressed. So let's take a look at needs. Their needs are not greatly met, but they're fine-ish. So let's equip the sniper rifles and head on out to deal with the rest of the centipedes and lancers that are left. Raptor, you eat that meal and join us later. Okay, the rest of these turrets can be powered down. I only lost 2 mini turrets. That's pretty phenomenal given the 27 scythers, but that was mostly due to the Insanity Lance and the cleverly placed EMPs. So another thing that I could do in the future is to have IED EMPs to automatically stun mechanoids that are coming to attack me. So I'm going to make, until I have, let's say, 10 EMP shells as a standard build now, as they did come in handy, and I'm probably going to want to use them again. So what's left up here is 3 very damaged centipedes and 2 basically disarmed lancers. So it shouldn't be too hard to clear it out, but I want to clear it out before the droner intensifies, if possible. But it's possible that the droner will intensify too soon. That's also a possibility. But I will try. Oh, we have a short circuit event. It's not cool. Okay, the Lancer's dead. Now we're going to go after the centipedes. Raptor's catching up. Bash and Phoenix should be fixing the... fixing that fire. Another thing I wanted to do is to go over home zones. I'm going to remove some unnecessary home zoning and add some new home zoning in. So new home zones would be all the stuff we smoothed out, because we're going to want to keep that nice and repaired. And that's like there did drill a hole there. We'll deal with that later. I'm also going to be smoothing this out and adding some walls in this location. So I'm going to add home zones where the walls will go, which are here, here, and here. And we'll order smoothing there. And that will protect us a little bit better. Another thing I'm going to want is airlocks in these locations as well. So we'll add the future home zones for them as well. Because I have airlocks everywhere in the north up here, but I don't have any down south. Okay, that's a good start. Let's focus on the centipedes. I'm about to be in range, so let's back up. And I'm about to be in range again. This should be pretty quick. Down it goes. Time to choke up, get the last centipede, last lancer, and then take out the droner. Another thing I need to do is the slag that the scythers landed in on, I can set to haul. Where is the other? It's up here, I guess. Okay. All right, now there's just this one centipede left. And the drone just intensified, so perfect timing. Let's go bash this down. And I could set everyone to unrestrict at this point. And because there's no more threat. And I'll also set my animals to unrestrict as well. Come on, don't have a mental break. You're okay, you're okay, you're okay. Down it goes. All right, JD haul the centipede, Raptor haul the centipede, Gabe haul the component, and Hippie haul the components. The next thing I wanted to do is the restricted clothing. I'm going to unrestrict everybody but Gabe. Gabe should keep his cowboy hat on. Everybody else is going to put their helmets back on. Gabe is keeping his cowboy hat because he spends the most time outdoors and is most likely to become heat stroked. But everybody else can stick helmets back on and have that added protection. All right, adding some additional smoothing. All right, that looks good. I'm wondering if that's necessary. It probably isn't. So I'm not going to do it, even though it is aesthetically pleasing. It actually comes at a bit of a cost. Looking at all these sessile trees, do I have any blocking my wind? No, I do. Oh, no, I do. Okay, this one. Let's trim that. I don't really have a power shortage problem, but it doesn't hurt to you know, make sure that I am generating wind power. Well, that raid went real smooth. Real smooth. 27 dead centipede or scythers and only 2 destroyed turrets. A tiny, tiny cost. We're obviously going to need to do a lot of rearming and some repair and rebuilding, but I feel really, really good about that fight. Now with the droner disabled, the next thing I'm going to do is to put us back to simple meals rather than fine meals. And let me just quickly stare at the home zones. No, it really does look good. Oh, almost. I'm not going to bother home zoning this monument up. I think it's fine the way it is. And Gabe, let's go get the slate. Oh, a psychic drone high. So I finally get rid of the droner, only to be hit with another droner. That's cute. And by cute, I mean absolutely annoying. Do I? Yeah, all right. I'm going to put Raptor out of the prestige armor, which makes it more sensitive to the drunner. So if you see there's a negative 57, it was originally. It's a difference of like 3 mood, which actually is not even offset by the count to specific apparel. So never mind. Never mind. Go back into your prestige. I like how the storyteller, Random Randy, was just like, oh, you, I see you destroyed my ship part that was messing with your brain. Let me just continue to mess with your brain, haha. You got me, Randy. You got me. Good job. Okay, so we're doing the replace and repairs now. There's a lot of repair to be done. Oh, I don't want these to be roofed, though. Because if they're roofed off, they're dark, and then we traverse through them slower. Straight into another mech cluster. With a toxic spewer initiating in 3 days. It does have some weak spots here. It has a unstable power cell, or a few of them, in fact, that will chain together. But with all the steel walls here, it offers some pretty good protection. They do have a mortar shield, so if I wanted to mortar it, I would need to make more EMP shells. Oh boy, never ends, does it? Okay, so schedule, stay fortified for everybody, and then I'm going to modify the stay fortified schedule. To allow them into the kill box to do repairs and the like. My animals here are going to be restrict hauling again, just so that no one goes near here. And this is a... Okay. I don't know... An insulting spree at JD. Oh boy, that's going to be a social fight. Looking at this... High mech shield... I think my best bet is to disable the mortar and then try to shell it. Oh no, that was just a very short social fight. Okay. How is your relationship though? Not great. Could be worse, but not great. And my salvo is still on a 28-day cooldown, so it's not like I could just call in a salvo and be done with it. So JD will help to repair the rest of the turrets here, and then we'll make some shells. Actually, let me force you into the machining table now. Shred these mechs and then make shells sooner than later. All this cotton here, I'm going to switch over right now to rice. Even though the cotton's not fully harvestable. I don't mind. I'll take the hit for 90% of the way there. Hippie, I'm going to have you do one sculpture and then help out around the base elsehow. Because I need the help. Alright, so the toxic spewer doesn't kick up for another day. Gives me a little bit of a window to deal with it before it goes, you know, supernova style. And starts poisoning everything. Now, I don't have a lot of faith in the sessile mechanoid trees actually becoming harvestable within a reasonable lifespan time, whatever you want to call it, because it's just... everything on this planet grows so slow. I do believe the turret he's repairing right now, yeah, it's the last turret that needs repair. So once that's fully repaired, my kill box is basically reset and ready to go, which is great news. So then we're just waiting on JD, who is about to go crazy. Let me have him eat and rest. You can stop making shells. Seriously. Just go to sleep. Please, Drunner, go away. You've been here for almost a day now. So once we get some EMP shells, we'll be able to nuke this cluster. I really only need like 2 EMP shells to start. So that's what I'll aim for. Crypto's caskets are done. Let's continue to Starflight basics. And there's the regular shell. So now, okay, one more regular shell and then, or HE shell. There's no such thing as like regular shells, I suppose. And then off to, the EMPs. Hang in there, JD. The droner will end soon. That uninspiring speech is not helping either. All our guys are on the brink of crazy. What's funny is, Hippie isn't even, she's not even male, so she's not getting hit by the, psychic droner. She's just upset by the breakup. Even though she initiated the first breakup. Very much a he loves me not. Oh, another thing I should do, and can do. Well, no, I take it back. I was going to say I could get them out of their sniper rifles, but since there is a centipede here, and there might be another centipede coming out of this mech capsule. I don't know what's in that mech capsule, but there could be another centipede. I'd rather keep my long-range weaponry. Doesn't hurt, right? Doesn't hurt to have it. All right, JD, what are you working on? You are eating out here. Let's have you smith over construct. And that way we can get those shells and start the shelling of the mech. Here we are. Oh, you're making one more HE shell, and then the rest should be EMPs. Here we go. Oh, when we make EMP shells, take them to the temp shells zone, and we'll make this temp shell zone a little bit larger. Because running all the way over here to deliver them is kind of a waste of manpower. Raptor's on a food binge. I'm going to try to protect my nice food here, if possible, from being binged upon, by building a wall here. It's kind of a mean way to do it, but it gives him access only to the nutrient paste meals. So if he wants to binge, he can binge, but only on the gross stuff. Wow, Hippie, you are smoothing. Oh, should we even be allowed on the other side? Honestly, no. Whatever. But look at them side by side. They're probably hating it right now. All right, so Raptor is indeed eating the nutrient paste, which is really honestly just going to piss him off even more as a -4, -12, so that's -16. But the catharsis of +40 will help, I guess, once he gets there. All right, I think that's all of the EMP. Yep, that's all the EMP that we need. And 4 hours until that spews. So Gabe and JD, you're the only ones that seem to not be going crazy right now. So I'm going to have you man the mortars. And it might not be a terrible thing for us to have light in here. So actually, before you man the mortars, haul or manufacture a light. Okay, so man this mortar and can fire in 20 seconds. So let's wait the 20 seconds. Done. Set force target. Anywhere here is fine. And now that we're aiming, launch the other one and we'll aim for the same spot. Basically trying to hit the unstable power cells. So the first shell is EMPs. The second shell will be HEs. The first shell disables the mortar shield And then the second shell follows up and triggers a wake up. Unfortunately, we missed. But we'll shell a new combo in a second here. And here's the reinforcements. So, not centipedes. Decidedly. Now, I don't know how far these guys are going to go before they turn around and reset. Or if they're in, like, permanent attack mode. That was weird. They could be in permanent attack mode. Oh God, was that ever pathetic. Okay, you two stop. You're making me depressed with those shots. Best thing I could do right now is probably switch weapons up and hope for no mental breaks. Easier said than done, but all right. Oh, but Raptor's binging. I can't even have him do anything. Yeah, they're full committed to this fight. Okay, well that's fine. Animals, stay inside. Gabe and JD, come join us. Hippie as well. And the ever familiar juggle of turrets so as to not lose any. All right, let's draw in the remaining Lancers a little closer. And I'm going to use uranium here. Whoa, I got hit. It got deflected, but let's get inside. All right, the remaining turrets out here that are, you know, all of my uranium frontliners are damaged to the point where I should keep them off, except for one of them. All right, Hippie, JD, Gabe, to the walls. Shutting this off, shutting these down. Pulling them in closer. Oh, this can go down too. Here comes the Senti. Please don't have a mental break. Please don't have a mental break. Please don't have a mental break. All right, let's shut these down as well. Bringing the pikes even closer. And once they're all in slug range, slug them. Autocannon. Everything on. Okay, everything's dead. Cost me a lot of ammunition, but nothing got destroyed. Well, let me double check. Enemies, nope, there is still a scyther left. I guess it got, it wandered or something, I don't really know. All right, could you just get inside and stop trying to haul this meal? Nope, leave the meal alone. Oh, right, because it's the only meal. Oh, okay, hold on then. Unrestrict and... There we go. All right, last little scyther dude. Raptor's no longer picking out, so we can get rid of this wall. I'm gonna have him do it. Pretty much everything ran out of ammo, fully. But hey, that's all dead. Now we just need to clean this up, and that's pretty easy to do with brawlers. That also gives me a bunch of unstable power cells if I'm careful about what I blow up. So that's cool. The toxic spear just started up, but I'm gonna have my brawlers head down there and clear it out, even though it's they just woke up or whatever. So that I don't have a lot of toxic spewing happening. Okay, almost cleared. And now, just the formality of removing the rest. And we'll have a bunch of additional unstable power cells. So, if that's the case... let's house them. I mean, it's free power, right? All right, the rest of this can be deconstructed except for the unstable power. Everybody can be unrestricted. And I will set the unstable power to be reinstalled. Cool. Well, free power, man. Why not? All right, animals, you are good to go. Unrestrict as well. And that would be... now we just need to, you know, repair and rearm a bunch of turrets. I should probably... okay, you're cutting stone chunks. I should probably... force reload, I'm thinking. Just because I don't know when the next fight's coming in. So I'm gonna have Gabe force reload these things. And I might have to reload them twice, but given that I had two very quick back-to-back attacks, you know, it's possible that I have a third. I wouldn't rule it out as a possibility, and I'm gonna want some ammunition if that happens. It's cool to have a source of slate. That's been kind of nice. You did not really reload much, did you? All right, at least rearm to the point where, like, there's some ammo in them. So that's a good start. I'm probably going to need more uranium soon. But there was a node here for that. So I know where it is. There we go. And obviously this is going to want to be... it's already home zoned. Well, good. That's what I was going to say. Why would that turn off? Oh, I am... How am I out of power? What is, what's going on with my power grid? Trying to figure out why I'm... Maybe... Oh, because it was... Okay, it was grow lights, I think. Okay. Yeah, there was an eclipse and the grow lights drained all the power. Seems unusual, though, but it's possible, so that's fine. So this was a big rice harvest in order to supplement my dwindling nutrient paste meals. We'll be making nutrient paste out of rice. So in the storage here, I'm going to allow rice. Copy and paste, paste. Because nutrient paste meals, well, you know what? The rice lasts longer. Yeah, I'm not going to do it just yet. I'm going to do it when I get closer to needing the meals, because the rice obviously won't spoil for like 40 days, but in nutrient paste form, it will spoil in 1 day. So to hedge against solar flares, I'm going to wait a little while so that there isn't a possibility of it spoiling on me. All right, that's a little bit better evenly lit. Some of these turrets are like half reloaded. I'm going to go for a full stack of gold and then move the gold drill down to uranium. Man, what a lot of combat. A lot of combat and really not any injuries to show for it. Or damage or anything. It was kind of smooth sailing despite the fight. I'm going to want another coronet as well. Because the one I have is just a little broken. So we'll crank another one out. So that he can switch before his throne speeches. Not that it really helped. I mean, he did toss us an uninspiring throne speech, which upset everyone, but it's the thought that counts. Would be something I would say, but I don't actually believe it. All right, so the smoke leaf here is I don't really have a good place for the shelf of smoke leaf, but we're gonna roll smoke leaf joints in order to have another drug to possibly rely upon. I'm gonna have these smoke leaf and psychoid leaves be stored in my butchery so they can't be eaten. I don't think my animals will eat raw smoke leaf, but like I wouldn't put it past them. How many more mechs? Okay, there's definitely some more mechs yet to shred, so I'll keep the machining table on as well. Hey, a masterwork coronet. All right, so on the shelf here, I'm gonna say any quality of masterwork only, so I can haul the normal one away, and we'll toss the masterwork one on. Now, of course, quality doesn't really matter for the coronets because it doesn't change its social impact value. But, I don't know, it's cool that he made a masterwork, so I'm not complaining about that. Another thing I could store on here is, I guess, smoke leaf. Why not? We'll store the smoke leaf joints. Actually, you know what would make more sense? If we stored the go juice in here and the smoke leaf on this. Go juice, why to me it makes more sense. Go juice actually gives you psychic psi focus, as you can see. So if Raptor's sitting on the throne, oh, dear Lord, Randy. So he gives me a toxic spewer and I destroy it rapidly. It's funny. I kill a bunch of mechs. He sends me more mechs. He sends me a toxic spewer. I destroy it. He sends me yet another toxic spewer. He just really is doubling down. In fact, I would go so far as to say that's the name of this episode now. It's going to be doubling down. I think for obvious reasons. Because my lord, is he doubling down. All right, well, that means that the hauling that I do here is going to be a bit of a problem. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send everybody to haul the remainder of these mechanoids so that I can shred them for plasteel. And then I'm soon going to restrict my pets to be base only, just so that I don't build up any unwanted toxic, toxic buildup. Another thing that occurred to me is, okay, so we are working on the cloth dusters for sale, but I did say that I wanted everybody to have bionic eyes. So let's set up 6 bionic eyes. Now, it benefits the shooters more than everybody else. You know, it's one of these things that obviously if you have bionic eyes as a shooter, you're more accurate. If you're a brawler, it's actually still pretty helpful for dodge. Your dodge chance here, is there a, I forget if there's a dodge. Yeah, melee dodge chance. As you can see, relevant traits, sight has a impact. Moving has the highest impact, times 18. But sight still has an impact, so it does help to have good sight for brawlers as well, for melee dodge. But then, of course, the shooting accuracy is impacted very heavily by sight as well, up to a 200% max. So, pretty good reasons to use our eyes. Our bionic eyes. Okay, so we've sorted the go juice and okay, that's all where it should be. Shredding some of the last mechs, and then we just have 3 more. Okay, let's get a quick hauling of that, and then I can sort of lock down the base for this toxic fallout. And this toxic fallout might, I have no idea how long it's going to last. It could last a season, 2 seasons, just a few days, but I don't want to get the toxic buildup because the toxic buildup affects your consciousness, and when it affects your consciousness, you do everything worse. So once everybody's inside the base, I'm going to throw up a stay fortified. And then for the first time in a long time, I'm going to have a proper stay fortified zone, which does not include this outside area over there, which it has for ages. And I apologize to all of you that have been warning me in the comments, but that's never really played a role. It's never backfired or anything, but still, I'll fix it. All right, restricted animals, just to keep my pets a little bit safer. I'm going to keep them from going to my munitions room, because they don't need to. They could just basically stay inside all the time. Because pets wander. Pawns, your characters, your humanoids, tend not to just wander randomly, but pets will, and when they do, they'll build up their toxic buildup to the point where they will harm themselves. And there's no need in that. All right, so those are the last two mechs. We are making regular explosive shells, and then we'll make the EMP shells. Reloading our shells. Munitions. And that now is all the time I have. So thank you for watching. I hope you learned a little bit of anti-scyther tactics using some incendiary lances and EMP shells. Ideally, I think I would have EMP IEDs, which are a lot more reliable. I much prefer IEDs over shells, so maybe that's something I'm going to focus on next episode for future mass scyther attacks. If you have any feedback for me, let me know in the comments below. Thank you all for watching. I'll catch you next episode. Farewell.